One of the things I'm really interested in is not having a preconception about what the painting is going to look like. I really enjoy the challenge of starting a painting and allowing the process and allowing my ideas to help the painting evolve. So I'll start with a primary image that kind of deals with something I want to paint about, having no idea how I'm going to later embellish that image. And so I have to allow that to operate as a foundation. To me, that's a challenge. I see that image of a muscle man or a woman or a snake or whatever it happens to be. I think of something in relation to that. I'll paint that in. I'll do sketches. I'll move something around. And what happens is a dialogue starts to happen amongst these images. And I either like that dialogue and I continue to embellish it, or I want to complicate that dialogue and I'll add other things to it. And sometimes I'll walk in and not like the dialogue at all, and so the challenge is suddenly, what can I add that will completely turn the plot around? What can I add that will shift away from one thing and more directed towards something else? And it's a great sort of exploration. And for that reason also, I'll work on many paintings at a time so that I can allow each painting to kind of breathe and evolve as it kind of wants to, and it allows me time to think about it, to look at it and respond to it over time. And so in layering these images and allowing the story to evolve, for me is sort of an exciting process, and somehow relates better to the cathartic process, which my work is very much about. So in the two paintings that we're looking at here, I start with these sort of iconic images of man and woman, of sexuality, whether it's Raquel Welch from 10,000 BC or Arnold Schwarzenegger on the beach. And so these two paintings are sort of playing off of each other, and how either I see these gender roles or how society has seen these gender roles, how they sort of contradict or how they complement each other. And so this is a perfect example how I'll kind of let the painting evolve. I knew I wanted a sledgehammer there, so the first thing I did was I sort of played with a paper one just so I can visually see it and place it. And now that I know where I want it to go, that's actually going to be a carved piece of wood. So I've been playing with some diagrams and dimensions, and I'll take that to the wood shop and carve it down to sort of just a profile of it, and that'll get mounted there. Oh, it's all about life and life experiences, my family, teaching. For me, art is very much about expression. It's a cathartic process, and for me, it's also the thing that kind of keeps me sane. You know, my paintings are about horrific experiences, but they're also about wonderful experiences. So it's the full gamut, but it's definitely a response to things that I've experienced, that I've questioned, that I've loved, that I've hated, with a deliberate attempt to sort of universalize those experiences. It's not, for me, it's not an autobiography. It's about, because those experiences, while they might be very specific in my life, they clearly are universal in the grand scheme of things.